What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. We approach 12 o'clock noon just outside of Atlanta, Georgia. Last trade on Muln, 36.5 with the Dow Jones up 100 points in the IWM, the small cap ETF, tacking on nearly 2%. So the obvious question of the day is, if that retail sales number was twice expectations, which means no recession in sight, why is the bond market, along with 3 Fed governors, saying that's it? The worst is over, and when it comes to stocks, the best is yet to come. All that and more coming up. Happy Tuesday to you. If you're new here, welcome. We don't enter around here, and I do swear like a drunken fucking sailor, but I am, if you haven't noticed lately, spending a lot less time on Twitter, and I encourage you to do the same, because if you scroll down your wall, ladies and gentlemen, it's doom and gloom, one Armageddon story after another, right? Credit card delinquencies, bankruptcies, war in the Middle East, Russia this, China that. Get off Twitter, get off the fake news, get your ass inside of the Discord. You do that at trysmallbiz.com. If you have a small business, now is the best time ever. You're on the homepage 100 times a day. You're first to come up in your category, and I promote you every single year to more than 200,000 people around the world. Go to trysmallbiz.com. Get one of 8 to be exact. Premium memberships that remain. And if you do not have a small business, get a Discord. We've got over 141 to be exact. We're 2/3 of the way sold out. And once we get to 500 inside of the Discord, that's it. It's trysmallbiz.com. Don't wait any longer, because I'm about to send an email starting tomorrow afternoon to 10,000 people, 1,000 every day. That's trysmallbiz.com. Cancel anytime. 60-day money-back guarantee. No price hikes in this inflationary world until June of 2025. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get you in and out of here as quickly as possible. The retail sales number today was 0.7%. The expectations were 2 or 0.3%. They ratcheted up. The August numbers way above prior expectations. The bottom line, the economy is not going into a recession. The consumer, despite what you keep hearing on Twitter and in the fake news, is doing just fucking fine. There is a sliver of people that are in trouble, and I will admit that the commercial banking sector is big time underwater as a result of this transition to remote work, which in large part, in my opinion, is why the Fed is done raising rates. And if you watched them all, including Kashkari in the last hour, they're basically telling you the bond market taking rates up to close to 5% on the 10-year has done the equivalent of 1 or 2 hikes for them. That's it. They're done. That's why the IWM is right, way underperforming at a 22-year low relative to the S&P 500. I think the IWM could tack on at least 10 or 15% before the end of the year. The stocks that we currently own, and we're long 6 if you're inside of the Discord, could go much, much higher than that. So as I just said to open this, get away from the Debbie Downers. Get away from the doom and gloomers. This guy right here is 42-3 since April for almost 1,000% return. If you go back to last March, it's 161 winners, 16 losses for almost 1,400% inside of the Discord. In only 5 weeks in business, we're 13-1. I got everybody out of disasters like TTOO, AGRI, EBET well before they happened. And they made close to 900%. And the 6 stocks we own, including Muln and Mcom, which you could have traded 3 times in the last 48 hours, are doing just fine. So once again, get a Discord. If you don't have a small business, it's an amazing opportunity. If you want everything, including my help promoting your company, and there's not going to be more than $250 on the homepage every single day, now is the time to do it. Don't wait until I ask 10,000 people, 40% of which will open, and probably 4 or 5% say, I'll pull the trigger. I've heard enough of this guy in the last 18 months. And then what? We're sold out. And you blew it. Crypto, Bitcoin. I don't trade it anymore. I missed it at under 1,000, but it's probably the best indicator of risk on or off. Last trade, 28,550. It broke out last week when we had the double bottom successfully hold at 4,200 on the S&P. Kind of like I said it was going to 4 months before we rolled over. In July, if you go to my Twitter page, I was saying we're going to go all the way back from 4,550 to 4,200 and retest before this bull market, which I think is going to last for 10 years, if not longer, not without correction or recession, by the way, is going much higher. The Dow's going to double. The NASDAQ's going to triple by, let's say, 2035. This is the third major secular bull market in the last 100 years. And yeah, I know my fucking shit. And if you're inside of the Discord, I'm teaching all day long. This is way over and above anything I ever did on Twitter. And if you didn't hear me about 2 minutes ago, 42 and 3 in the last 7 months for almost 1,000% return. Yeah. If you had 1,000, it's worth 10 grand. If you had 10,000, wait for it. It's worth 100 G's. Wow. Are you seeing this, ladies and gentlemen? What's that biotech stock that we now have, at a 30-day high? Muln at 36 and a half. Another networking play. You could have got it in the 13s all week long. Mcom, I want to talk about in a second. The gaming stock looks awesome. Earnings yesterday got rid of 51 million in liabilities, 4 million in savings. Bottoming out down from $24 to 6 and change. Last trade 7,074. What are the odds? How many millions to one that I waited from 24, 20, 15, 10, 9, 5, 1, all the way to get into this fucking stock, a penny off an all-time low, down 99.9%. In other words, if anyone's going to make any fucking money in that stock or the 160 other winners that I've had in the last 18 months, you guessed it, it's us, not most of you that unfortunately are still sitting there along with David, who hasn't pulled the trigger on the buyback with your unlubricated thumb up your ass. But now is your chance, ladies and gentlemen. The worst is over. The sell-off is finished. We are going much higher into year end. So until next time, always remember that I love you, and I hope to see you at trysmallbiz.com. He didn't talk about Muln and Mcom.